Greetings. The footage you're about to see is taken from what was supposed to be a painting tutorial, covering how to paint your Bretonnias, box dark, like the archers from my last video. Unfortunately, I failed miserably, but as often happens when you fail, you get into divergent thoughts, and yeah, I'll tell you more about it in just a second. Apparently, painting live in front of the camera is not really my thing. Long story short, I find myself with no good footage and oil colors that are actually dried. I had to spend a lot of effort to dig them out, and the result was not that great. It looks more like, painting removal gone wrong. I got pretty angry. Perhaps there is even a bit of film where I fling one of them. But I can't find it because, honestly, the footage is too boring to look through. Then I remembered an old proverb, or perhaps a new one, I'm not really sure, but it's the first law of holes. When you're in a hole, stop digging. Didn't I just make a video about flexible planning? How about stop being such a hypocrite and listen to my own advice? What did I say? Step 1, relax. Step 2, where are you now? Step 3, where do you want to be? Step 4, identify the next piece you want to handle independently. Step 5, work on that piece and finish it off. So, step 1, relax. It is very closely related to the whole thing. If you fail at something, it is often not the solution to double down on the same thing. Often, it just gets you deeper into the hole. Just pause. So I calmed down and went for a walk. When I came back, I cleared out my desk and had a fresh look at the miniatures. These are 12 out of 98. There will not even be their own separate 12-man unit. And I realized that I'm probably way too used to skirmish games. In Ymborg, a warband typically consists of 7 members, and you do want all of them to look equally good. Here it's just fine, if some of them are good enough. It's not the end of the world if their shield insignia looks like something drawn by kids. Or skeletons, I suppose. From the looks of it, they don't really have that fine motor skills. And with the amount of time needed to go skeleton, you will most likely end up with some pretty bad stains that perhaps does not follow the rules for well-painted miniatures. The effort of restoring the troopers is just not worth the effort. They are, however, good enough to sit in the back. And that is all they need to be. I do, however, know that the command people will be in the front rank, and as such, it is more worth the effort to restore them. They are all a bit more dark than I aimed for. I aimed for box dark, but they are all closer to actual Grimdark. Unfortunately, as with anything, there is a scale, and Grimdark is just the same. The core is fairly simple. You need a chromatic black, contrasted by a bright area of interest, or multiple areas of interest. So I brought out some oil buffs and white to bring out, heads and hands. I also went on with the regular pigments, and in the end, I even added some text to the flag. Now they are still a bit dark, but when diluted with the rest of the army, it will probably not be an issue. And even if it is, it's not the end of the world. There are 12 troopers. I can repair, I can repaint, or even rebuy them at any point. In a sense, it's kind of a good thing that it happened here, not that the general or the flying knight horse things. Too bad about the tutorial though. Perhaps I can do it with the first horses, but I kind of have another plan there. Or, if I really want to do a tutorial, I can just do 12 more men-at-arms. I will have to do, I think, another 24 anyway, Or is it just 12? Who cares? You know, I can do more of them. It's not an issue. I probably find it more fun to find myself as a hypocrite than you do. You probably don't care if I fail or not, but now when I put it out there, it might help someone else. That's like the point of this video. And speaking of you, thank you for all the comments on my last video. That was pretty awesome. Unfortunately, many of the comments actually sparked, you know, like new ideas and inquiries. And I already got quite a, you know, hefty hobby scheme here compared to how much time I have, because that is not infinite, I promise you that. But with this video fresh in mind, I think I'll know how to manage anyway, you know, because as some smart person on the internet said, you know, relax, and whatever you do, don't forget to enjoy your hobby.